is Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. As requested, I went ahead and did a tutorial with the Zoeva Caramel Melange palette, and this is the look that I came up with. So if you are interested in watching, well, here it is. So I already primed my eyes as usual with the Ulta eyeshadow primer in Champagne. And over top, to make it matte, I used the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So, since we're going to be doing a tutorial just out of this palette, I'm going to automatically start with wax paper just to sort of set my primer. And I'm going to take my double-ended Laura Geller blush brush. I love this brush. I got this in a Christmas set, I believe, or maybe it was one of the freebies that I got, like a gift with purchase. I like this. It's just soft enough. I'm using my viewfinder, in case you guys were wondering. So hopefully this works out. Next, I am going to take Universal Delight with my Sigma E40 brush. Just going to tap it in like that. I'm going to use this as a transition shade. I always like to start with a transition shade first, and then build it up from there. This is a perfect transition shade, I think. Just a shade darker than my skin tone, it seemed like. Next, I am going to take my MAC 217 brush. Look at that end of the brush. It's not dirty, I promise. That's actually stained. And I want to take Alchemy, this shade right here. And put that in my crease. Really nice. I'm going to take this brush again, and I'm going to dip this into Universal Delight. I'm going to use it to sort of blend out any harsh lines. This shade right here, Liquid Center, this looks so yummy, delicious, that I just have to put this all over my stinking lid. So that's what we're going to do. This just looks really, really pretty. And I am using my Sigma E55 brush. Oh my goodness. Really hard to do this with the viewfinder. I should have just brought the mirror, but look at that. That is stunning. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why do we have to pay for shipping and have to wait forever? Then again, I'd have to buy everything that they have. Oh my goodness. I love this. Look at that. That's just wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna take my pencil brush, which is the Sigma E30 brush, and I want to take this shade right here, Edible Gem. And I just kind of want to deepen out the outer crease. There's a little bit of fallout, but I didn't tap off my brush either. I never tap off my brush. I know, I know, I know. Don't worry, I'll blend that out in a second. Oh, look at that though, that is so pigmented. The fallout, but for the price, who cares? There's high-end brands that has way more fallout, way more fallout. I want to kind of just, there's not user error. I'm trying to get used to the whole doing tutorials for you guys when you guys request them. They're so fun to make. There we go. I never plan out what look I'm going to end up doing either. Like, ever. I just kind of move that away. Okay. Now I'm going to take my pencil brush again and I'm going to go into the same shade, Edible Gem. Oh my god. You see that? The pigmentation on these are kind of insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Wow. I have to say, I'm impressed. So I'm going to take this brush because I'm always forgetting some kind of brush, but I have to be really careful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Almost Burnt, which is right here, and just kind of just take the edge like that, and then that on my inner lower lash line. I just want to be able to try my best to use a lot of these shades, so that's just gorgeous. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I'm going to take this brush again. I'm going to go ahead and just try my best to take off all of the shadow from that. And then I'm going to dip into liquid center and kind of put that in the middle there. A lot of fallout. Not from that, I'm just dark shadows. They kind of freak me out. That looks really good. Obviously, I'll fix this. And then I am going to go ahead and take my double-ended brush and I am going to go into wax paper. I'm going to put that as an inner quarter highlight. Because in this palette, there's really nothing that you could do that's like a shimmery highlight. So there you go. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and put on my mascara and my eyeliner, and we're going to talk about this. Okay, so this palette, let me tell you, I love this palette, and honestly, I really wish that it was available easily in the United States. I think I would probably go crazy because it is affordable. You do get some fallout, obviously, with the Edible Gem, which is the darkest shade, but honestly, all dark shades at some point, you know, gives you fallout, at least in my experience. And again, if you tap off your brush, then you shouldn't have that much of a problem. I tend to not tap off my brush simply because I do want to see if there is any fallout without that, because usually, you know, I don't want powder to be everywhere. So a lot of shadows don't do that, but this one does. So tap off your brush, that's no big deal. This shade Liquid Center is so beautiful. I love this. It does go on initially a little tiny bit patchy, but you can go ahead and build it up, and if you pack it onto the lid, you're not going to have a problem with that at all. This shade right here, Wax Paper, is absolutely perfect to set your primer with, and I have to say that this shade right here, whenever I look for a shade to set my primer, I don't like it to be stiff. I like there to be some kind of softness to it, and this is just enough softness to it to make this work for me. And this right here, Universal Delight, is a really nice transition shade. This reminds me a little bit of Poppy Seed from the MAC Burgundy x9 palette. It's a little bit lighter, but I do enjoy this a lot. This is extremely blendable. So all of these, Almost Burnt is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the matte shades are just perfect. So yeah, I highly recommend this. In fact, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that this right here is better than BH Cosmetics. And that surprises me, because if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know Carly Bible palette is one of those palettes that I absolutely love. I love that palette to death, and I have to say, I love this more. This is really nice. I'm really surprised, and I really appreciate my friend Lainey for sending this to me. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and see swatches and everything, I'll have it linked up there in the cards for you to go ahead and see. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure that you go ahead and give this a thumbs up and subscribe and watch all my Project Pan craziness and reviews and things and what bookish things and just a little bit of everything, right? Just a little bit of everything. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!